Hey there, and welcome to the Profitable Entrepreneur Podcast with your host, Keaney. And this is the podcast where we help six-figure coaches, VAs, and entrepreneurs all around the world scale their sales, break free from the one-to-one hustle, and skyrocket their profits online. Because we believe that the best business is a profitable one, and real CEOs make money, not coffee. So rise up, join the revolution, and let's get down to business. All right, guys. Hey, welcome back to another episode. I am so pumped about today's topic. I absolutely love talking about premium pricing when it comes to coaches in today's online space. I love talking about premium pricing and transforming the way that you think, feel, do sales and selling and charging. So today, I think it's worth grabbing something to take some notes with because we are going to dive into just a few core things that are literally going to change everything that you think about selling and raising your prices. Okay? Like literally, you're going to have a transformation and a perspective shift right here on today's podcast. Totally worth binging on, listening to a million times over and over until you get it, until it sinks in, and you start to believe it. And absolutely worth some note taking, guys. Okay, so number one, let's talk about pricing here, coaches, okay? Number one, I want you to understand pricing because I don't think a lot of coaches in today's space do understand pricing. I don't think they understand how do you come up with a price? What should the price be? I think they have a lot of uneducated thoughts and ideas about what pricing actually is in the coaching space. So let's bust a couple of those things today. Let's get some clarity. Number one, understand pricing. Pricing your services as a coach is a reflection of the value in your services. So here's what I do with my high-end clients, and I want you to think about this, okay? It's a very easy concept here. I'm going to give you a little concept, a little context to go with what I'm saying. I want you to think Gucci versus Goodwill. Write it down. Gucci versus Goodwill, okay? Other people perceive the value and the possible transformation and effort on their end based on your prices. Okay, so like when someone is looking at your price points, they are having a perceived value. So it has nothing to do with you. Sales has absolutely nothing to do with you, not in any way, shape, or form. When it comes to people looking at your prices, they're thinking about themselves. They're not thinking about you. They're thinking about what is the value of this product or service? What's the possible transformation I'm going to get out of this service? And what is the effort I'm going to need to put into this service? And do you know where they come up with the answers to those three questions? Your price point. They see a perceived value. So they either see, well, it's priced really low, right? So here's the thing. Okay. Whatever they think the effort, the transformation is going to be, that's going to be the perceived value of what they think they're going to get out of it. So hence the reason why most people will buy a low ticket course or they'll download a whole bunch of free things and they see very little to no value and never actually follow through and have really great success with that thing. Do you understand what I'm saying? So when people look at your prices, they ask themselves, okay, what is the value here? What is the transformation I'm going to get? How much effort do I need to put in? And here's the thing. If it's a low ticket offer, they're going to say, well, it's super low. So it's not going to be a big transformation. I can't imagine that I'm going to pay such little amount of money and have such a big transformation. Logically, in any human brain, that doesn't make sense. Pay really low, get really, really big results. Yeah, I doubt it. Like that just doesn't even make sense when you say it out loud. And so because of that, they're saying, well, you know what? It's really cheap. I got nothing to lose. Right? No skin in the game here. Who cares if I don't get results? It's not costing me much anyway. So with that mindset, that's how they're going to enter your thing. With that mindset, I'm not going to get much anyway. I have nothing to lose here. There's no skin in the game. So who cares if I get something or I don't? Therefore, they're not going to put a lot of effort. No one's going to pay low ticket and then put in so much effort to try to get more out of it when if it was worthy of a bigger transformation, then it would cost more money. That's just common sense. Again, take it back to Gucci versus Goodwill. I love when I see coaches today who shop at Gucci and they shop at Prada and then they sell like $300 offers. It's like, you know better than this. Like, you don't shop at Gucci for the hell of it. Like, you get this. So for me as a sales expert, this just does not make sense to me. Okay. Anyway, I don't want to get off sidetrack here of things like that, but let's just look at it this way. Take it back to Gucci versus Goodwill. If I buy a Gucci handbag, you are never, ever going to see it sitting on the floor of my car or sitting on the floor around my house or just tossed in the corner somewhere. Why? I paid a lot of money for it, and it's very valuable to me. Otherwise, I wouldn't have paid a lot of money for it, correct? So I'm going to take really good care of it, obviously, right? You go out and buy a Mercedes-Benz brand new off the lot. You're going to take care of that sucker come hell or high water. You're not going to see that thing sitting out in the snow, getting buried. You're not going to see you, thrashing it around like it's a piece of crap used car off the street you paid $50 for. You're going to take really damn good care. You're going to get it in for its maintenance. You're going to make sure it has top-line insurance. You're going to make sure that sucker stays clean. You're going to do all the things. You're going to invest more and more money into it to maintain its value, right? You're going to make sure that you hold that value as much as possible. You're going to take good care of it because you value it. You see the value in it. Otherwise, you would have never bought that vehicle. Same thing with buying a new house. You're going to keep the floors clean. You're going to keep the maintenance up. You're going to make sure the house stays maintained and beautiful and spotless. Why? Because you paid a lot of money for it. You value your house. You want to hold that value, right? Think about this, you guys. This is common sense. Like, this literally is like so practical. You can't get any more common sense than this, right? Like, I'm really breaking it down where I'm giving you real life concepts here of the way that people look at your prices, okay? So whereas if I was to buy, let's say, a handbag from Goodwill, which I'm not a Goodwill shopper, so that would never happen. But let's just say I was to buy a handbag from Goodwill. I'm going to probably toss that thing on the floor of my car. It's probably going to be banging around my house somewhere because it's not even that valuable to me. It's low quality. It's low quality. It's used. Okay. It's low quality. It's used. And it's just not something I'm going to take a lot of pride in. I'm not going to take a lot of pride in something that is kind of low quality and a piece of junk value, right? Like, I'm just not going to. So for my programs and offers, okay, I like to say that I am Harvard. My program is Harvard of online sales because I know how valuable my services are, right? I know what results in transformations that my right, and I say my right clients, not my wrong clients, my right clients can get. I know it's possible for my right clients, my premium clients. And I stand behind my value. I stand behind my time. So I don't charge low ticket. Don't come to me if you want cheap anything, right? You come to me if you want actual real life transformation. You're ready to show up and do what needs to be done to make it happen. If you're committed in yourself, right? That's who I work with. I don't work with people that are looking for quick wins and, shortcuts. I don't work with people who are like, I don't know, I'm going to join your program, but you better get me results. Like, you're not my kind of client. Go find someone else. Like, I don't do that stuff. Like, that's not realistic. It's not going to happen. That's just insane. And I'm not going to lower my standards or the value of my services. Right? I feel like I am Harvard of online sales, and I'm going to tell you right now, there's not a person on this planet that does or teaches sales the way that I do, period. I stand behind that. So I charge accordingly. Make sense? That is number one. That is number one. The second thing, and this brings me to the next most important topic here, and important point in this topic, is your price attracts your people. So I'm going to take it right back again to what everybody here listening can understand. Again, think Gucci versus Goodwill. They do not fight for each other's audiences. They don't compare prices against each other. They each stand in the value they believe their product or services have, no matter what's going on in the world around them, right? They never, ever waver in that. You never see Gucci lower their prices to get Target or Goodwill buyers. You never see Gucci say, you know what? We're going to lower our product so everybody can afford it. They never, ever, ever do that. They never will do that. They will never do that. Their product is way too valuable. It's super high quality. It's very high end. And it's for a specific targeted audience. Period, period, period. There are no ifs, ands, or buts about that. It's never going to change, guys. Okay? If you want premium clients, then you need to understand what a premium client is. You need to understand how they think, how they make investments, how they want to feel, the things that they do and invest in and change in order to feel that way. And you have to understand what they do and they don't want. A premium client's not looking for cheap. Okay. As a premium high-end client myself, I'm a premium client. I never look for cheap. I don't look for deals. I don't look for bargains. I'm not looking for shortcuts. I do not care in quick wins. I want full circle transformation, big transformation. But even more importantly than that, I want to up level. I want to grow. I want to change. You have to challenge me. You have to test my upper limits. You've got to put me in a room and get me uncomfortable. That's where I thrive. That's where I shine. That's where I grow. I don't play this whole little stay small, hide behind fears and traumas. I don't do that. I get out there and I make shit happen. That's how I function. That's how I've gotten where I am today. That is how I got off food stamps. That's how I got off welfare. That's how I've been able to build the life that I'm building and have the impact that I'm having with the type of people I work with. Why? Because I've massively changed and I have made big investments and made scary, scary decisions and super uncomfortable changes to make that happen. And I will forever continue to do that. I have zero interest in small anything. I'm not here to play games. I am here running a business. I have a mission. I have a duty. I am here to change lives. I'm not here to play small and try to cut corners and get cheap. I'm not playing around. Many of you here listening to this, you guys have built super expensive, stressful hobbies. It's a very sad thing to see. You've got to change. If you don't change the way you're thinking, you don't change what you're doing, you're not going to have a different experience. And I don't care how much you invest in courses, programs, and trainings and read the books. You have to change as a human. Your thinking, your mindset, you've got to change, right? So as a premium high-end client myself, I would never even look. I wouldn't even give a second look to a $500 offer that someone was posting or advertising or talking about. I literally wouldn't even give it 5 seconds of my time or energy because it's not going to do anything for me. It literally will do jack squat for me. And that is why you see people invest in stuff like that. And do you know that the stats for automated courses and low ticket offers, the stats, guys, in the coaching space is less than 50% ever go through it all. Less than 50% ever even do it. They get it. They get really excited for 5 seconds and then their high disappears and they're off to the next thing. There you go. No skin in the game, nothing to lose. A few $100, big freaking deal, right? Big deal. They're not looking for big transformation out of it because obviously it'd be more expensive if that was the case. So it literally would not help me. So I don't even look at stuff like that, right? So listen, here's the thing. For those of you who are undercharging, it's a massive disservice because the people that get real full circle transformation, you guys, in their life and in their business, they pay. They pay big. They play big. They pay attention, right? When you pay more money, when you make bigger investments, you have skin in the game. You've got something to lose now. You've got something to lose. The pressure is on a little bit, right? Premium clients are not looking for deals, bargains, and sales. We don't do cheap. We like something that's going to stretch us, push us beyond our limits. We want to be, because we want to be challenged like that. We want to grow, right? We want to grow because we are sophisticated enough to know that this is what gets real results. Premium clients are sophisticated. They understand what's required in order for them to grow to their next best version of themselves. They know that what is required, and it's not cheap, and it's not easy, and it's not fast and overnight, and we already know that. A high premium client already knows this, and that's why they're not buying your low ticket stuff. Because they're not interested, okay? It's that big investment that requires those scary leaps. It requires you to take a risk. It pushes you, it pushes your upper limits, and it gets results, right? It's not the actual thing that we're investing in. Most people who invest in low ticket offers, they're newer on their journey. They're less experienced. They're less sophisticated. And they're usually looking for a shortcut. They're looking for some quick little wins that are going to give them this temporary high. And they're looking for cheap strategies because they don't want to invest big because they don't have the mindset. They don't believe. They don't trust. They're not committed yet. Period. They're just not. They're not there yet. They have a long way to go. They're not investing for real life transformation. They're grasping at desperation. Okay, you got to understand that. Okay, next point. You need to provide space, time, and facilitation for clients to get real results. If any of you here listening to this think 5 seconds from now you can have this big, massive, life-altering transformation because you invested $10 in this ebook, guys, come on. That is just not, if it was all that easy, we'd all be a bunch of amazing humans with no problems in the world. It's just not even like, it logically does not make sense when you say these things out loud. You have to understand that anyone can have some quick wins. Okay? Anybody can go out and experience some small success that lasts for a little while. But to have the transformation that begins the journey of constant up-level improvement in pushing upper limits for bigger income and impact leaps, you need to have a certain level of sophistication and skill set, right? And I say this all the time in my community and inside of my high-level programs. I say this almost every day. When it comes to selling is not a strategy. It's never going to be a strategy, right? It never will be. And so you don't get good at selling because you took a course or you read a book. Those things do not make you good at selling. That's like an athlete saying, I don't need to get on the field and practice. I can just read a book and watch what other people do. No, you're going to have to get out there and do your work. You're going to have to physically get out there and practice every day of your life. That's how you get good, right? And here's the thing, I put more than 10,000 hours, beyond, so far beyond at this point, into real-time hands-on sales calls. And that's how I became a high-ticket sales ninja. I became a high-ticket sales ninja because I put the work in. I got on the phone call after phone call, tens of thousands of hours of objections, excuses, ready people versus not ready people. I got the hands-on practice. You build a resilience. You start to care a little bit less about the no's. You start to release attachment. There's a lot of skills that happen and take place inside of the actual real life practice. That's how you get good at something. For those of you chasing all these little strategies and tactics, you're falling behind. You're going to be where you are now in 5 years from now. Just a lot of information, but broke as a joke. Why? Because you're not doing the work. You're not doing the real work. You're not taking the risk. You're not doing the investment. You're not doing what is required in order for any human in this entire world to have a full circle transformation in their life, to truly change and transform their life. You're not doing it. You're just not doing the things. That's why such a small percent of entrepreneurs are able to sustain and actually maintain success. Why? Because they're willing to do what all the rest are not willing to do. And this is that stuff right here that we're talking about today. So this is a good little time for you to do a little check-in, okay? I became a high-ticket sales ninja. I'm the best at what I do. Nobody sells or teaches sales the way that I do on this entire planet. I literally believe that. I'm totally the best at what I do. It serves you to have me in your life. It's actually better for you to have me in your life than to not be in your life. I believe that when people join my programs, it's the best thing for them. And in fact, it would be a disservice for you to not be working with me. It'd be a disservice for me to not to open my programs to the right people. Why? Because I believe real transformation happens for the right people when they join my programs. That's why. Because I believe nobody teaches sales the way that I teach it, period. That's how I believe in what I do. And I've put the work in to get here, guys. I didn't wake up yesterday with this idea. I've been doing this over 20 years, and I've worked with multimillionaires in this industry, for them, with them, behind their business, in their business. I've been doing this hands-on, real-life practice for many, many years. Okay? The best strategies in the world are never going to make you good at selling. Okay, you can read the books and do all the things you want, download the freebies and go nuts on all content and binge on everybody's stuff. I don't care. It's not going to make you good at anything. Okay, knowledge is only powerful if you know how to use it. Okay, so it's never going to do that. And I'm not just amazing at selling. I'm a closer. My 14-year-old can sell. Anybody can sell. Closing actually requires a very unique ability and set of skills and experience that most entrepreneurs don't have, because most entrepreneurs don't have they're marketers, right? They just want to sell their stuff. They're too close to their work, right? Most entrepreneurs don't become entrepreneurs to sell. And that is the huge problem, because when you are a business owner, your number one skill set needs to be selling and closing, period. And everybody wants to skip that part, and they just want to jump into marketing and creating content and pretty websites and chasing people around like they're a bunch of sales numbers. A premium client, guys, can smell this inexperience and desperation a mile away. And one way is your price points. So pricing low isn't always a bad thing, I suppose, if you have a cheap service to offer. But I don't do cheap, okay? I don't work with cheap clients. No one has to agree with me on this, but I will never waver in that belief, ever. And that is because years ago, I really took a stand on my brand. I'm not Goodwill. I'm Gucci. I'm Harvard of sales, right? I don't work with anyone and everyone, and I don't want to. In fact, anything less than a premium client rarely gets results in my programs. And that's not because of my offer. That is because the type of client. Anything less than a premium client, they're not going to do what needs to be done. They're not ready and they're not going to do it. You need to understand this about your pricing. And again, think Gucci versus Goodwill. Do you think that Gucci could get a committed Goodwill shopper to invest in their handbag instead of buying Goodwill's handbag? Probably not. But first off, Gucci would never attempt this or try to get anyone to do that because they're not trying to speak they're not trying to speak or market to just everybody, right? They have a specific set of people who love their product as much as they do, believe in them, and would never walk around with a handbag that's less than Gucci value. They will pay top dollar because they believe in it and value it that much. They never step foot into Gucci and question or bat an eye at the prices. They know when they walk through those doors what the investment is going to cost them, what it's going to look like, and that does not stop them from shopping there. It would be very rare to find someone who religiously shops at Goodwill, head over to Gucci and swoop up a handbag, right? And vice versa, okay? You got to understand this. And the next point, guys, is stop people pleasing. You cannot help everybody, and I don't care how much you think you can. You can't. And you shouldn't want to, okay? You've got to stop running your business like it's this optional little hobby on the side, and you need to put your sign up above the door and leave it there. The sign over your door should remain the same. You're not Gucci today, and then Goodwill tomorrow, and vice versa, and back and forth, okay? You got to do, it's your duty, guys, to serve your people. That's your duty. It is your duty. Right? Not the people, your people. Okay? You're not everything to everyone. You're not going to be able to help everyone. You shouldn't want to. Just the people that are going to come in and get the results in your offer. Otherwise, what is the freaking point? Right? It's a disservice, guys, to not raise your rate because you're not allowing your buyers to step into their higher level self, put a little skin in the game, and get that customized support that gets the results. You're throwing a low ticket out there and low ticket offer out there in what? Hopes that broke, struggling people, which is a choice, but we'll get into that another day. They're going to all of a sudden invest and have this big, massive transformation, change their life, their habits, their thought patterns. What do you think gets people to a place of broken, struggling? Right? What do you think got people there? There's a lot of things that are going to have to change and transform in their life to change that situation, that mindset, and that life and business they built for themselves, period. That requires time. That requires hard work, consistency, resilience. That's going to require investment, time, a lot of work, a lot of change. That can't happen in 3 weeks of a $300 offer. Okay? It's just not going to happen. My final point today, guys, sales is not about you. You're not selling yourself, and I don't care who tells you otherwise. No one is buying you. They're not buying your physical body, at least I hope not. When you raise your prices, guys, stop making it about you. It doesn't have anything to do with you. You are pricing based on the value you see in your services and the transformation that you know is possible for the right client, right? When we raise our price, we're not doing it to put more money in our pockets. We're raising our price so that we can provide a bigger, better transformation and experience for our right clients, right? You can't give back if you're broke. You can't go give to your favorite charity if you have no money and you can't feed your own family. You can't show up as your best self when you're laying in bed crying about your situation and you're depressed. How are you going to show up as your best self that's going to help your clients have transformation? That low energy and that negativity like that isn't going to get anybody any transformation. It's a massive disservice. So by you not being a premium client and you not stepping into that higher version of yourself, you can't possibly help a higher version client. You need to do the work, guys. You need to do the work that is required so that you can actually help people. Okay, all these free things going around is just overwhelming people, making it even more confusing, making business harder, making transformation and change even more complicated. Okay, you guys need to step up because people need you. People need you. People need someone who's got their shit together and can help them make this happen. You got to take this seriously and you need to do the work. If you aren't going to take the risk and do the work, don't expect your clients to. If you're not going to make a bigger investment and get over your fear about it and make it happen, the right clients, premium clients, they don't just have millions of dollars laying around. We make it happen. We make it happen. We don't care what we have to do. We find a way, right? Less than premium clients make excuses. Premium clients, they make a way. They find a way to make it happen. They make it happen no matter what. So figure it out, guys. You guys need to get yourselves together if you want to start attracting premium clients, having premium pricing, and clients who actually get real life transformation inside of your offers. That's not going to be for everybody, guys. Okay. This is, as you can see, just from these few tips I've given you today, change needs to be there. Investment needs to happen. Habits have to change. Hard work needs to be put in. This takes time. This takes resilience, commitment, dedication, right? From you and then from your clients. And how are you going to lead your clients through that if you're not even doing it yourself? How are you going to really help your clients transform if you're not doing anything to change your own life, to change your own situation, to break your disserving habits, your self-limiting beliefs? If you're not putting in the work to change your stuff, how the heck are you going to guide clients to do that for themselves? You're not, because you don't know how to do it. You haven't even done it for yourself yet. Do you guys understand where I'm coming from? Listen, come into our Facebook community. We have an awesome Facebook group. Head over to Facebook, go to Simplify the Scale. And what we're doing over there is we're helping coaches. We are helping coaches become premium high-ticket clients. You have premium offers, premium pricing, big transformation, big wins for your clients. We're helping you to do that with all the fundamentals that you're going to need to equip yourself with in order to help your clients have the same experience. Whether you're a business coach or whatever it is that you do, we help clients, coaches. Those are our clients. Those are our people. And we help you become a premium high-end client yourself so that you can have premium packages, premium pricing, a premium mindset. So you can position yourself and your product or service as premium, okay? So that you get clients that are premium and will pay the price because they're here. They're paying to play, guys. They're here to do the thing. They're here to have transformation. And they're the ones that get the wins, which means you get testimonials. You have fulfillment. You're actually making an impact versus chasing sales and just driving yourself into a deeper, dark hole that you don't know how the heck to get out of, and you're not enjoying your work. You don't feel fulfilled, okay? We're on a mission to change that for all women coaches. If you're a female coach and you're listening to this and you're like, God damn, I need to step into this. I need this energy in my life. I need these people. I need to be around this so I can have transformation for myself, so I can start to change some of these limiting beliefs and habits that I've created that are no longer serving me and they're definitely not serving my clients, guys. You should be in this Facebook group, period. You got to get in that space. You got to get in this energy, get yourself in a different room. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. This is what we're doing. All right, guys, I hope to see you in the Facebook group. Definitely want to see you on another podcast, so make sure you subscribe so you always get notified every Monday when a new one is released. That's always going to be epic and blow your mind. You will always have a transformation shift. All right, guys, I'll see you on the other side. Hey, not so fast. As a valued listener of the Profitable Entrepreneur podcast, we want to help you simplify the scale and revolutionize your income and your impact online. Not just here in these weekly sessions, but every day of the week and every week of the year. We have an amazing free Facebook group with other successful, high-achieving, and profitable CEOs who are creating financial and time freedom for their families. They're breaking free from the one-to-one hustle, and they're making a real income and impact. If this is an experience that you want to have and you want to be part of a real online community where you can connect, collaborate, co-create, scale your online coaching business, and receive uncommonly exceptional weekly live trainings from me, then head over to Facebook right now, search for Simplify the Scale. Join us over there in the Facebook group, and my team and I will be watching and waiting to welcome you and get you started on creating your next six figures. I cannot wait to connect with you.